And thanks for staying with us here on The Pulse. My name is Daniel Dazen. Now, with barely 4 months to election 2020, we ask, has the nation learned lessons from the bloody Ayawaso West Wuguon by-election with pockets of violence at polling stations? Are there any lessons to be learned? Joining us via Zoom for a conversation is Sadiq Educhum. He's Executive Director for the Institute of Security and Safety Policy Research, ISSAPR. He's a former naval officer. He served with the UNHQ in DR Congo. Mr. Educhum, thanks for joining us. Right, Mr. Educhum, if you can hear me, good afternoon. Welcome to The Pulse.
Thank you very much. Let me extend my greetings to your cherished viewers out there, and also commend your team for the good work that you are doing. As a matter of fact, when we have the media this way, it brings and it helps us to be able to consolidate the democratic gains that we've had so far. My initial comment will be that it's rather unfortunate that we are experiencing this pocket of violence in the registrations. But I mean, it's bound to happen some way, somehow, through the processes that we normally go through during such periods. So it's bound to happen, but it is something that we always admonish that we are to make the processes so transparent and so accountable that such incidences as we move on as a democratic nation will not happen. But this is a human institution. Somehow, some way, you will have a few infractions here and there.
So first of all, you touched on how we must make processes in a way that these things don't repeat themselves. One would have expected that after Ayawaso West Wuguon, we would be able to put in place what we need to prevent this from happening any further.
Yeah, it's one of the tenets of good governance is a rule of law. What happened after the Ayawaso incident, after the short commission was set up? I'm sure there were certain recommendations that were supposed to carry out, but as usual, we always say that commissions are set up, their findings are presented. The onus line on the government of the day or the president of the day to see to what aspects of the recommendations that has to be implemented. One of the key things is about the issue of certain national security operatives. What has happened to these people? If nothing has happened to these people as the recommendation set out to suggest, then it tells you that it gives way for people to continue to commit such infractions, because then it means that nothing will happen to them. And that is the danger. That is actually the danger when it comes to the electoral processes. But because the election itself normally do not present so much of a problem, but the processes that lead to the election. So if we do not have quality electoral processes, then trust you me that the election on the 7th December will not be as smooth as we all thought to anticipate.
Sadiq Educhum, we are very grateful for your time this hour.